Happy holidays and welcome to another episode of Cinematic Anarchy, the podcasting equivalent of shoplifting at the dollar store. With me today to do a sort of creative, I guess, mashup. We're going to talk about a couple of films today. A good friend of mine, Farah. How are you?
Hello. I don't
And
know why I always sound like hello.
hello. You always sound a little bit like Julia Childs when you say hello. Hello. I can't do Julia Childs. So I apologize for topping out the microphone to do a terrible Julia Childs impression. It was horrible. Horrible.
Hey, the battery went up.
And
Wow. Electronics.
thumbs up. Today we're going to be talking about, or I should say pitching about, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Home Alone, two fantastic John Hughes holiday films. One a little bit more Thanksgiving-like, another one a little bit more Christmas-like. And we're recording this, and it's going to be a little bit more like New Year's, because I am horrible with timing. So, or it actually should be New Year's Eve, hopefully. This is what I'm planning on.
I mean, we're both not good at
Like, if you're...
any.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had like 8 different things. It was planning, and then it was guests, and then it was illness, and of course Christmas.
Yeah, there's
Everything.
stuff this time of year.
And now, you know what I've got sitting and rotting on my shelf somewhere over here is I came down there the other day, and this is going to be a very short but rather disgusting story. So,
Oh no.
I came down to your neck of the woods, Salem, Massachusetts, which county, you know, and I needed to use the restroom rather badly, so I left my family, and I'm like, I'm going to go find the restrooms, because I knew where they were in that little mall that we have over there.
No, no.
Lo and behold, I run over to go try to use the restroom, and what's going on? They have now shut down the public bathrooms in that little mall.
Yeah.
So I
For
had
the good of humanity.
So I had 2 choices. I had to either find one of the other local, actually accessible public bathrooms, which, by the way, I found out later, if I had actually run to go find another one,
You could have me.
there's no place else right now, because the only other closest place was shut down for HVAC repairs.
Do not tell the big secret. Good thing you probably don't have a lot of listeners. No. The Hawthorne Hotel.
The accuracy of that.
The lobby of the Hawthorne Hotel. I don't know. I'm just a secret.
Didn't even think that far.
Beautiful. And they don't. Yeah.
All
No,
I
right
saw was the sign that said
Right.
restrooms available for customers at the Salem Cinema.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went right inside, and I'm like, I'm going to buy 3 tickets to go see this film, which I thought was in January. Turns out I bought my bathroom access with 3 tickets to see Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and it's on New Year's Eve, and I can't go.
So you can't just buy a drink and they won't let you?
Well, I'm sure I could have, but I saw Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and I was like, I really enjoyed seeing the rear window.
Yeah.
On the big screen. I would like to see another Hitchcock film on the big screen, and I got screwed because I didn't read.
Oh, yeah.
Or I should say, I read.
On, but we're going to the Stranger Things finale. You know, can't miss that.
There was another movie, I think it was a Lucille Fulci movie. God, I'm trying to remember the name of the movie off the top of my head, and I can't remember. It's like How to Kill an Ugly Duckling or something like that. Don't torture an ugly duckling.
He's on my chair.
Oh, hello.
That's Wade Wilson.
You got that one there, and you got the Santa Claus in the background, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, just kind of licking himself.
It's
not that kind of podcast. Please put your tongue away. Anyway. So yeah, I had to buy myself bathroom access. Now I got 3 tickets that are rotting on my shelf. Thankfully, it only cost $15 to go take a shit that day, so.
Oh my gosh. We saw our picture show there, you know. I love that little theater. It's owned by my landlord, actually. He just, it had gone out of business. I don't know if you remember. It's not profitable. It's not it's just more of a, to give the city that you know what I'm saying, right?
Right, right, right.
It's like, they can have the artsy things, artsy films, they can have little festivals. It's just a good community thing.
I feel like your camera must be out of center because you keep leaning out of frame here. Sorry, I don't.
I'm just
Well,
me.
it is a we have an audio component. Yes, we still put out an audio podcast, but we do a video on YouTube now. So unless you want to be just
Yeah.
half a face, we could do the Phantom of the Opera thing, I guess.
I'm in the middle on mine. I don't.
It's perfectly fine. It looks like it looks like you're in the middle, but where I'm sitting right here, when we have the two of us side by side, for some reason, it just shows like half your face. So now you're centered
uh,
again.
oh,
I just want to make
okay.
sure it all comes up
You know,
fine over here.
not good thing. So we'll see how that goes.
There's actually it's filming like a widescreen version of this, so technically I could just put you up by yourself and it'll just show you bobbing your head all over the place and me just talking in the background like saying, get in frame,
Oh,
damn it.
oh,
So
look at my lovely tree.
we're going to be talking about two lovely John Hughes films today, and we're going to be discussing how we would create a horror movie sequel to either of these films. And it's just sort of a
Oh, yeah.
free discussion, so there's no real, as usual, anyway, with this podcast, there's no real point
And I
A to
have to
point
take,
B,
or I'll totally. I mean, I did take these notes. What, when we were first planning it, like
right?
maybe a month ago. So I don't even know what I was thinking then.
You don't remember your notes.
No,
I've only
no.
had
At
one
least
thing in my head.
I can read my writing. No, I do remember.
It's good
Yeah.
that you can read your writing because I can barely read my writing. I can
Mhm.
actually read it better now that I
It's
have decent. Pardon?
it's a man thing,
It's a man thing.
the writing, yeah.
It's
So
actually a. I've been on a computer way too fucking long thing and haven't put
mhm.
pen to paper in so long that my writing looks like chicken scratch. So
Like, I used to be such a good speller. I could see a word one time, I know how to spell it. Now, simple words that always known, I'm used to autocorrect.
right,
So you don't have to know, you can shut off your brain.
I prefer to refer to it as auto mistake because it
Yeah.
always seems it knows exactly what I said, but for some reason, with like two or three words in everything that I say, it decides to go. Did you mean to say this?
Mm, right?
And you've seen that little meme. It's like, no, Siri, I did not mean ducking brass pole.
Well, I had to change my, shortcuts, so if I write FK, it'll change it to fuck or FKG. So that way I don't get, it doesn't get changed to duck because, you know,
Right.
so I can actually abbreviate it and it'll spell out the whole thing. I remember years ago I talked about The Walking Dead so much I would just put TWD. And then one time, and it would come up The Walking Dead if I just put that. One time I was sending a text to my boss and it ended up inserting The Walking Dead when it was supposed to be like the.
It's like,
I just remember how embarrassing.
please ignore that. My autocorrect hates me. It absolutely despises me.
Oh, that was that was such horrible.
I have to tell people I'm having a minor stroke all the time. Just like, don't ignore
Yeah.
that. I'm having a stroke. Jeez. Are you
Right.
really
Yeah, I
having a
don't.
stroke? No, I'm just arguing with my phone, which is close to having a stroke anyway. So
Yeah,
uh, I'm
definitely.
of that age that they could almost believe it. So I have to tell them, no, no, wait, no, I didn't actually have a
No.
stroke. That's just,
Oh, right.
you know.
Yeah, I know. How will you know when I it's just like how are you gonna know when I get Alzheimer's? I'm
No.
not gonna know.
I don't remember things anyway, so
Exactly. I'm like,
Alzheimer's, what's that?
yeah, I think that was from Seinfeld. I think it was like George. It's gonna be a nice slide into dementia. Yeah. A nice gradual, you
So
know.
we're going to go ahead and
Anyway.
briefly discuss and start with Home Alone, the Macaulay Culkin, John Hughes film about the very annoying child that gets left home alone by his parents. I
Yes. Don't know it, then where have you been?
I remember watching this when I was younger and kind of liking the film,
Yeah.
and after watching it as an adult, I feel like those parents did. How they treated him like he was the most annoying thing on the face of the planet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this little fucking shit keeps back talking to everybody.
I know,
Like,
right?
there's nothing going on. And
He did get the short end of the stick, but
I
still.
I love that Macaulay, like one of his biggest movies, also stars his brother, who is very happy about peeing on people.
Which
Very,
one was that?
is Kieran Culkin, I believe. Is that his name?
Oh, you mean that, yeah, yeah. Oh, was it
The
Rory or
one that plays
Kieran?
off. I think it was Kieran. Hold on, let me go ahead and double check. But if I'm not,
You were
I can't tell it. It
yeah,
might
the kid
be.
that
It's
was
Kieran Culkin. So he played
yeah, Kieran
Fuller, which I thought
Fuller,
was
yeah.
funny because they said if he
Mhm.
got full of soda, he was definitely going to piss
Fuller.
the bed, and he was a
Oh
bit
my
fuller than he should have been.
oh my god.
But I like how he knows, and they lock eye contact and his contract anyway, contact, and his brother's just like he knows what's going to
Y
happen. It's like this guy's
you
gonna
know,
pee all over
true.
me.
Yeah, that's a different movie.
That's a yeah. So
Uh,
I get to talk about that when we talk about the horror movie. He ends up being a slightly disturbed young man. He has some
oh,
his odd sexual proclivities. Yes, we're talking about
mm,
a rated R film from what was essentially a was a PG movie. Was this?
it was probably PG because all that violence,
It's got to have
you
been
know?
PG. Well, back in 1990, the violence would not have
I mean,
been.
that's why they came out with that was with Gremlins with the PG and, it was rated G, I think,
This has got a
and that
real like all-star cast though of comedic actors.
oh,
I think they came out
so
with.
I was thinking, like, you were talking about, who else would you cast? I mean, that's always a big I don't know if you wanna skip ahead to that. I don't wanna take over
Well, you could.
your whole deal.
Most of the people from this cast are still around.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
y-
To,
you have
you
to
know
do some recasting for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
yeah.
Unfortunately, uh but
No, Steve Martin. He hasn't gone anywhere,
no,
right?
Steve Martin hasn't, but John Candy has.
Well, of course.
John Candy,
Did you
unfortunately, is no longer with
documentary?
us.
Did you watch the documentary, though?
I have not gotten to watch it because I'm
Oh,
steeling myself for that. I just watched Planes,
yeah.
Trains, and Automobiles, and I realized why I love some of his more dramatic performances. I think that they don't give him enough credit for being sort of just
Mm,
a guy that kind of clutches at your heart every once in a while.
yeah. I wonder sometime what his dramatic turn would be if he was still around, After about 10 or so years, I'm sure he would have, started with the drama
Well, if
roles.
you look at some of his past roles, there was actually a lot of drama interlaced with his comedic performances. Like he always
Yeah.
felt like a real human being, no matter how goofy he was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there
Yeah.
were
It was
some films that were a little bit more goofy than others. Delirious
mm,
being one of the ones that pops into mind.
I don't have it that.
If
Huh.
that's the one that I'm thinking of, it's the one where he plays.
Mm.
I might be thinking of the wrong movie, but I think that's the one where he plays a soap opera writer that gets hit on the head and ends up falling into this
Oh.
dream world where he thinks that he is now in the soap opera and he can write himself into the
Oh,
story in any way that he'd like.
oh, wow. That sounds good. Yeah, I mean, most of his movies I haven't seen since the 80s. So, um, except for Planes, Trains, we have to watch that every Thanksgiving.
So let me ask you how many people you recognize from this film.
Oh, like, I don't know. Most of them. Who's this guy that plays Santa? He looks
The one that plays Santa? Oh
familiar.
my God, I have no idea. I didn't even look up who Santa was. Because, the first person that popped into my head, that I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, is that Pete from Pete and Pete? The redheaded
Who
kid.
and what?
The guy, Michael Morona, plays like
Oh,
Pete Jr. or whatever, or Pete Sr. or
oh,
something.
I never saw either. Whenever I come on your show, it makes it sound like I've never seen anything.
He's the
Yeah,
older
I
Pete.
don't watch movies. I'm just, I don't even own a TV.
You don't even own a TV? Seriously?
No, I've never been to a movie before.
Santa was played by Ken Hudson Campbell. I don't know a lot. There's a lot of things that I do recognize. This guy, I only recognize him from one or two other things. I think he was in a TV show or a movie called Wonder Park, but if I'm not mistaken, he was the
Hmm.
guy from this TV show called Herman's Head.
Oh, I remember Herman's Head.
So one of my favorite
Like
TV
people.
shows, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
He was
yeah.
like the kind of guys party or guy party man, like in that. He was like the guy that made all the
Yeah.
bad decisions. Actually, I think most
I
of them
mean, I don't
played.
remember anything about the show,
You don't remember
but I
anything?
feel like it wasn't a show like that. Wasn't there another show where it was a guy's head? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there's
I don't know.
plenty.
A lot of crazy shows back in the 90s.
So,
Yeah.
as we were saying, we have this.
I got on over here. That's why I'm like, on mute.
Well,
But
I've got terrible memory to begin with, so I'm sitting here like, okay, well, what we were talking about is Home Alone is a 1990 American Christmas comedy film directed
as
by
we
Christopher
call
Columbus
it,
and
it's
written
movie.
by John Hughes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We can't even call it an 80s movie. It was 1990,
1990.
right?
Yep, that was a
Yeah.
1990 Christmas
Well,
film.
probably filmed in the. Yeah.
Oh, definitely filmed in the 80s, but
Yeah.
eh,
Uh, how old were we? We were older than Kevin.
in 1990, I was
Yeah.
13
I've been
years old.
Yeah, I've been 12. God.
No.
My kids age. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah, 1990. I'm like doing math in my head. I'm like, yeah, like 13 years old, man. And like, wait, no.
Yeah,
Wait, yeah.
that was before Essex
If I
Aggie.
wasn't 13 years old, then I would have been 23 years old, and I've missed a decade worth of birthdays, so I'm fucked.
Oh, I lived in Alabama then, I think. Did I?
Uh,
Yeah, until
I still lived at home.
now.
Uh,
Yeah, you still lived at home
still
then?
with my parents at
That's good.
13 years
They
old. I
didn't
hadn't
they
quite
weren't
moved out.
you weren't home alone
I don't
yet.
think I moved out. I think my parents kicked me out. They're like, hey, you live. But it wasn't like a good kick out. Like, it was one of those as far as I can throw him kind of kick outs. So they
Oh
kicked
my
me
god.
out into the garage outside. So I made the garage into my own apartment because
Yes,
absolutely nobody in my house was using that garage. It was literally just a place to put clutter. Um,
well, that's every boy's, you get your own little.
yeah. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
I was never home alone. Which actually that's bullshit. I was always home
Yeah,
alone. I was
I was gonna say too. God, I remember being 8, 9, 10. I was always sick, and you know, parents couldn't afford to stay home, and so I'd be watching the horrible soap operas and Price is Right. I was so good at Price is Right.
so
Have your pets spayed and neutered, but
Macaulay Culkin.
I dug.
I'm just trying to get us back on track,
No, I know. Hear me
because
back.
we are so far off track. It's not even funny. Macaulay Culkin plays. He plays Kevin McAllister, an 8-year-old boy who has a certain je ne sais quoi, so to speak, for making what should be deadly traps to protect his home. Uh,
Mhm.
he has enough of a savant mindset for it that we were able to create like 2 complete movies about him beating the crap out of the same people.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Did you see the most recent Silent Live skit where, I think it was Ariana Grande, and she plays Kevin, and, like, it shows, like, what would actually happen. I'm sorry, am I
you
drifting?
are drifting.
What would
It,
like, oh, it was like that he hadn't taken down all the booby traps, and his family comes home, and they're getting, like, decapitated and stuff, and, like, it's all bloody. Oh my god. I was never really a big Ariana fan, but she's funny.
yeah.
She can be. She's growing on me.
I'd actually you have to send me a link for that. I'd like to see that if they have it anywhere. That
Yeah.
would be
Yeah, it's on
hilarious.
the feed. on Peacock or YouTube
And in case
even.
anybody's wondering, in the background, we have my wife talking to my cat, who is apparently he's harping for his food. It's 8:13 my time, and
Oh, that the 2 of them are sleeping on the
we
bed.
both have cats. So there's too much cat in this podcast right now.
Everybody loves though.
Yeah, I mean, I love cats, but I also love
It was like,
keeping my ADHD ass on check because I am
yeah,
horrible. Horrible. I think
I
we've talked about we're 20 minutes in. I think we've talked about Home Alone for a minute and a half. Uh,
no, we 20 minutes,
yeah,
really?
we're 20 minutes in, and because that's how terrible I am at
Wow.
this.
Okay, so do you want to know my pitch?
Well, first I want to ask a couple of questions before we get into the pitch. Because are
Okay.
we gonna pitch on each one, or are we gonna pitch on both at the end?
Whichever, you know.
So, what was your first experience with the Home Alone movies as you drift off into the sunset again? Uh, I know it
Hey,
doesn't look
uh,
like it on your end, so I have to be like,
yeah,
hey. So,
hips going
what's your
down.
first experience with Home Alone?
Oh, well, like I said, I was like 12. I don't even remember the first time, you know. Um, I I must have seen it in the theaters. I mean, we didn't have streaming, kids, back in the day.
Back in the day,
You
I had
either,
to walk
rented it.
uphill both ways with my popcorn underneath my armpits to keep it warm as we were trying to get to the theater.
Well, we didn't have any snow there down in Alabama, but yeah, or you'd have the good old video store. You got to rewind, and you'd only have like 2 days, but yeah, I think the movies were about $2 back then, maybe less.
Yeah. I think my first experience was VHS, possibly a rental, if I'm not. No,
Mm,
actually, I don't think
for
it was a rental. Around that time, around 13 years old, my family finally sprung for actual cable in the house. Uh,
oh yeah,
so
cable.
my first
Yeah.
experience was having the Disney Channel, and I think being able to watch this on the Disney Channel, if I'm not mistaken, either that
Oh
or
yeah.
HBO,
Oh,
one of the two.
I know back in
Uh,
the day. Oh,
my parents
yeah.
giving me
Yeah.
cable was probably the worst idea that they had ever had for a kid with
Yeah.
ADHD that had trouble going to sleep anyway. So my
Mm.
mom sprung for cable in three rooms in the house: the living room, my room, and her
Oh,
room, because she wanted me to.
I don't think I had my room.
My mom was the original sit down, watch your screen, and leave me alone parent.
Yeah, well, that was my parents, but yeah, I mean, that's back then, yeah, the TV raised the kids,
Uh,
well, at least my
well,
family.
my mom was a
You know, I
nurse, and she took.
yeah, my parents are both always working, it seemed like, and, yeah,
It was
when I
difficult.
wasn't
She
out
was
right.
out taking care of older folks. She was a nursing home nurse. She was a registered nurse, kind of the head
Yeah.
nurse at a nursing home, I think over in Lawrence at the time. And
Oh,
she
yeah, she might have known my family. My mother's sisters and stuff were nurses out there, and,
she never had energy.
my mom worked from home. She never yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, my parents too. They worked hard.
So end of the
They
day,
really
like she'd come home and she'd be like, "Here, just watch some cable or something. Just sit down and watch a VHS cassette or whatever. Here you go. Just
Mhm.
sit in front of the TV." And at that point, I had foster brothers and sisters, so now it's like all the tribe go sit in front of the TV. Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna go upstairs because they're watching like The Fox and the Hound on VHS. I don't need this. I'm gonna go watch
Uh,
HBO upstairs, and then I got my
did you did you have Cinemax? Do you remember Cinemax?
um
After, like, midnight, and it would be, like,
No, but I mean,
Skinemax?
HBO was kind of the same thing, and,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
parents,
No, I
t
there at night when I couldn't sleep and watching all the R-rated movies.
I think
Yeah.
my parents took away my cable after, catching me watching a movie called Echo Park or something to that nature.
Oh,
Gorky Park, Echo Park, something to that nature.
huh.
It was, It was just because there was a sex scene in the film.
Oh, yeah.
And when my parents realized that I was staying up and watching late night movies on cable, and they caught me watching a
I'm
sex
scared.
scene. Uh,
Yeah.
like to give you context, my parents they were there wasn't a lot they wanted me to see about that. They didn't want to explain the birds and the bees and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The birds and the bees,
Oh,
guys and
I
the
got the video.
girls.
You didn't get the I had got a animated video with I remember little oh, Jesus, I knocked over ornaments. little little sperm in top hats and tails.
Look, I was stealing my dad's Playboys at 10 years old. I was
Yeah, yeah, I
Buzz.
was me too, exactly.
uh,
I know. So I'm years old and that's her way of giving me the talk. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of already knew
oh
all
no, they
that.
gave me the talk with books from this guy called Dr. Spock.
Oh yes.
Not the
Yeah.
Vulcan, a literal doctor named Dr. Spock. So it's
Not even I can't.
it's
Yes, no, the other Dr. Spock,
live
yes.
long
Yeah.
and let me teach you about your penis. That's basically what those books were about. Uh and it was those were awkward books to have to read as a kid with no context. At 13 years old, I knew
Mhm.
enough that when they finally gave me these books, I'm like, this would have helped maybe like 3 years ago, but you can give these to my foster siblings now because I kind of know all this.
I and at 10 I was like, "Oh, yeah, kids talk." That's where you learn all the important
So
stuff
yes,
on the
that's my
playground.
ADHD mindset we got from Home Alone to talking about dicks in a Dr. Spock book. Uh,
I help
the
with that.
second film that we're trying to
Way,
sort of come up with an idea for is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, also by John Hughes. So these are both John Hughes films.
which totally forgot to you said that before,
That's-
um, before we filmed this. So I was like, "Oh,
So
yeah."
grumpy Steve Martin and overly lovable but kind of buffoonish John Candy making a cross-country trip to get back to their families for the holidays. But
And if also in Home Alone, the same kind of thing where he's a
right.
traveling guy, yeah.
And yeah, so they're both on the road, both on the road all the
Yeah.
time. But
Sorry to just, interrupt you
no, it's all
there.
right. It turns out that John Candy's character in spoilers in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is on the road because his wife had passed away a while earlier, and there's no home for him anymore. Even home doesn't feel like
Yeah,
home to him, so he's always out, so he's not reminded of what he lost, and that was one of the most touching
that
John Candy performances I've ever
yeah.
experienced. Uh,
What was his line? "I like me." And then
I
that's what they
like
named the
me,
documentary. "I
I
like me."
like me,
What they named his documentary. And, he, as they say in the documentary, he was very protective of Macaulay.
right?
He knew the father was, abusive, allegedly, um,
I need to get a.
and that he was always very protective of him.
I have to get a keyboard that doesn't come over the microphone here because I'm just sitting here clacking on the keyboard, and I know that they have
Oh,
silent keyboards.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think Morgan's laptop is silent, you know. My tablet, I have a silent one too.
I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me
Yeah.
because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get. One of his most famous lines, Del Griffith is his name in that film.
Mm.
Um,
My favorite. Oh, I was so sad.
yeah,
That was one of the first and only times I saw my dad cry. He was definitely he was like a John Candy, you know.
it's one of those
Yeah.
performances, and I actually have to go in and rewatch it again. I own it on 4K. Like that was one of those films that is not necessary to have in 4K even remotely.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
what more are you gonna get out of 4K on that?
Not even 4K is. I was shopping for a TV today and I was like, what is this 4K? And technology is lost on me. Do I really need 4 of them? 4 Ks? Do I even have 1 K right now?
Right. I like how he prefaces the beginning
How
of it like,
many Ks do I
"Well, what you think what you want about me, I'm not changing." And I think
Yeah,
more there's a lot of people that do that without as much heart now, because that's the whole
yeah,
mindset of the don't give a fuck society. Like everybody's like,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck. I'll do what I want. I like me, blah blah
mhm,
blah. You don't like me, I don't give a shit. It there's no heart to it anymore. This guy is like,
yeah,
I'm the real article. What you see is what you get. He literally likes himself. I think that a lot of people that do that don't give a fuck attitude don't really even like themselves. They're like, I don't care if you don't
mhm.
like me. I mean, I don't even like me, but you know what? You don't have to put up with me. I do. Ah, cat's throwing things everywhere. I can't help you with the Hellcat.
I don't whatever.
Uh,
As long as everybody's alive, nobody else is passing out.
do you
Anyway,
have any first experiences with this film at all? Can you remember when you first saw it?
again, probably not the movie theater. That was a rare. It's funny, there's a few movies I remember actually seeing in the theater, but, that I'm sure was with my dad. Oh, and I just, I just looked up, and when I see the picture of my dad and me at it's probably 8, about Kevin McAllister's age, because I'm in my son's room, and I didn't realize he has all these pictures of my dad. But,
of
so John Candy always reminds me,
of the two
you know.
John Hughes films, which one do you think came first? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or Home Alone?
I know they were really close in time, weren't they? It was a probably maybe Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? I have a feeling that was
Yes,
80s.
that was 1987 to Home Alone's
Oh,
1990. Okay,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
honestly, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
It
had
was
more of an 80s feel.
He was very busy, and John Candy
John,
was,
John Hughes had done a
yeah,
lot, like
yeah,
things that I didn't even realize he had done.
yeah.
I
I know I am not usually a big fan of, like, I love Breakfast Club, but never liked, Pretty in Pink or
Oh
16
dear,
Candles,
how many do
you
you not
know?
like John? What about Uncle Buck? Come on, another John Candy.
I Yeah, since I was a kid, but I remember I liked it. Maybe I'll have to watch it
That's him
again.
taking.
Yeah,
That's what's his name? Macaulay Culkin's film with
yeah,
John Candy, which is fun.
yeah, it's several together.
Come on, he's got a
They,
ton of stuff that he did. Like,
yeah.
actually, I believe he. I'm looking at it right
Who,
now.
John?
So, we have Weird Science was a big film for him, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I saw that, but, like, don't remember much.
He wrote the screenplay for the 101 Dalmatian live film,
Oh, really?
also for Flubber.
There was a version?
You didn't know that Glenn Close did a live version of 101
Oh,
Dalmatians?
god, yeah. How could I forget? Yes, yes.
You
Oh,
scared
and of
me.
course, there was also the one a few years ago with Emma Stone.
Let's see, Dutch. Have you seen Dutch with
Oh,
Ed O'Neill?
was that Ed O'Neill? Why did I think that was Chevy Chase?
No, 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 no.
I don't
Okay, maybe you haven't seen
know.
that one. Career Opportunities, National Lampoons, Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Uh,
You know who I got to work with at Rhode Island Comic Con very briefly? Miss Beverly
oh,
D'Angelo, and she was a sweetheart, and she had one of the lovely, um, not an ugly Christmas sweater, but one of the ones that I think her character wore, like it had, like like reindeer, the classic sweater.
what about?
She still looks good for her age.
I'm just gonna rattle off a few
She's
more.
fair.
What about Some Kind of Wonderful?
Oh,
Haven't
nope,
seen that.
didn't see that
Ferris
one.
Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, of
Uh,
course. I love Ferris
Okay,
Bueller.
see,
That was
so
oh
you
my
like a
I've
lot
seen that
more
like
John Hughes than you thought.
yeah. I like the comedies. I've always been very averse to romantic, rom-coms. So if anything even remotely seems romantic, like, oh, that Love Actually, I'm like, oh,
That That was not one I want to watch. There are rom-coms that just
Yeah,
slap you in the face with rom-coms.
that's a Christmas movie, but Die Hard isn't. Excuse me?
Not for nothing, but things like 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink, I love them because they are so fucking implausible as teenage
Yeah,
rom-coms,
yeah.
right?
I don't know how he was like, was in the mindset of the teens. He was like a teen and he was probably in his 30s or 40s, but, you know.
I like
Mm,
implausible, like, how the hell would this actually ever happen in real life kind of rom-coms? And you know why you know they're never going to happen
yeah.
in real life? Because 90% of what he writes is not in the real world.
No,
He creates a
no.
whole other universe. Like Shermer High doesn't even exist.
Yeah, yeah.
The building does, but not the
But it's
actual.
still like, it's still recognizable to us when we were teens, you had detention, you had,
None of that was
no,
recognizable to me.
you you never got left home alone at 8 years old and
I
tried to murder uh
I wished
some
my parents
burglar.
away, but they always came back like a fucking boomerang
I
every
know.
day.
I
I was a
I was like,
latchkey kid. I was one of those kids that got dropped off at home and parents weren't home till
yeah.
almost 8 o'clock at night because they worked long hours.
Oh, yeah.
Mom came home late and exhausted from the nursing home. Dad came home late and exhausted from numbers and drinking way too much and pretending he's straight. So, I know my dad was not straight. He loved my mom to death, but he was not a straight guy. There was no way. No
Really?
way.
Oh,
He
wow.
he tried too hard to be the kind of guy that would hit on any woman that would move. He drank a lot.
Mm,
He hit on everything,
mm,
even with my mom sitting right there next to him, hit on every woman in existence,
oh.
but I could tell with two different things. And don't judge me for making this judgment on my
I
father.
never knew this. Oh,
Don't judge me for making this judgment on my father, but when he is home,
no, of course not.
his first of all, his favorite thing was always to watch. He watched a ton of British comedy, like every British comedy that you could think of, but his favorite was Are You Being
Oh, my dad
Served?
too.
He particularly
Or Monty Python too. My dad was a big Monty Python
uh
fan.
he particularly
How did this turn into a Mother's Day
oh, hey,
episode?
whatever. We're talking about John Hughes, and then it slipped into this
Yeah.
me
No,
outing my
no, go
father
on.
post grave, mind you. He's
Oh,
already passed away, so I
I
mean,
know.
uh,
We talk about our
so
dads now
rest in
here.
peace, Mister. But actually,
Mhm.
probably rest in whatever you're doing down there. Uh, oh, he did some stuff, but
Oh,
he was an
no.
accountant for two strip clubs over in Saugus. He's
Oh,
the Golden Banana.
oh.
You know the Golden
Was the
Banana?
golden banana. Oh, the
Hey,
golden banana.
free publicity
I
for the
went there
Golden
one
Banana.
time. My
Uh,
21st birthday. It's not still there, is it?
but he was
I don't think
the
it's there.
Golden Banana's still there. Yeah, Golden Banana, the Cabaret, they're all over
What?
there still. Yep. Hey, come on.
Cabaret still there?
Uh,
I guess I don't get out much anymore.
Businesses come and go, but there's always business. You're kept alive by the girls that were pissed off at their dads and want to get revenge. Uh, yeah,
Uh, yeah,
the
daddies.
girls with the
Yeah.
daddy issues, unfortunately. That's what keeps all that alive. And those places always
We
have
there
clients. And
I think my 22nd, you
yeah,
know, my parents actually rented us a limo. We went to some clubs in Boston, and then we went
keep
to
in mind
Golden Banana.
places like the Golden Banana are full of girls with daddy issues and daddies who are giving their daughters daddy issues. So I'm
Oh,
just saying, absentee dads because they're at the strip club tucking dollars in the
uh,
g strings of other people's daughters who are
oh,
probably doing the same thing. So. Uh, Anyway, getting past that, this is a guy who hit on everything that moved, but was deathly silent whenever he went to work at one of these places. So he did a lot of accounting in and
oh,
around the Boston area. Worked for a. I'm not gonna get into like he had his own company and all that stuff, which no longer exists.
oh, wow,
But he
wow.
also he was particularly enthralled and laughed particularly hard at the jokes made by the gay gentleman on Are You Being Served? And I noticed
Oh,
it. I noticed it. Like because
yeah.
most of his love for British humor was, and then whenever that guy would say something, he'd he's laughing really hard. And then the only sport that he ever really watched was wrestling, and he watched it rather
Oh,
intently. And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's
but I mean, watch that in the 80s.
yeah, but I have a feeling he was
Seems like
watching it for the muscled, oiled up guys rolling around on the mat. So I just had a feeling.
even as little, I was a little uncomfortable, like the Hulk Hogan and stuff. I'm like, uh,
Yeah, some of those
is
things were just
this?
them hugging each other. That's a bear hug. I go,
Yeah.
no, those guys are about to, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Hulk Hogan was
Oh,
gay.
but
I'm just saying that my dad was gay for him. Uh,
oh my,
uh, you know, uh, uh,
but he never came out
God
though, huh?
forbid that I am outing a man that never outed himself. So I will say that
Oh,
he loved my mother in a
mm.
very, very straight way. Um,
Oh,
I I could
well, that's all.
I could tell you horror
Yeah.
stories about living in that house, but we'll save that for another time. Uh,
Save that for
I'll save that for when you're not expecting me to tell a horror story, and then I'll leave you with nightmares. Uh,
right.
that being said, my first
I was not expecting it. The gay dad
no,
story.
no,
That's
I told you
that
that
was a
story to
tease.
tell you this story. Uh,
Okay.
my first experience with plane, trains, and automobiles was with my mother. My mother particularly liked showing films where people had significant others that had passed away. Uh, so she liked heart wrenching films, and she's like, "This is a great film," and I'm like, "It's a great film." She goes, "Yeah, John Candy
Oh,
lost his wife," and I'm sitting there going,
oh
another
my
one,
god.
okay. And she always had me sit and watch. She had me watch that movie with Julia
Oh,
Roberts, Too Young to Die. She had me watch Beaches because
oh, yeah.
the woman was giving her child to her best
Oh,
friend because she was dying,
oh my
and
god.
she was trying to
Oh,
prepare me
mm,
because she had cancer and was going to pass away, and she wanted to make sure that I was prepared to
oh,
fucking cry.
oh
Yes,
my god.
she wanted
Like you
me
can
to
never prepare
have
a child.
I
Mm.
I both love and blame my mother for my deeply effeminate side. Uh, I am not gay myself, but many people have accused me because of how I can be a little bit more effeminate than
I remember high
huh?
school, but that was the 90s. You're gay. You're gay. I'm gonna kick your ass. You're gay.
I go, you know.
My kids can't. And that like you would
Oh,
get
people would
you would
hate
get
me
beat up
because
if
they would
somebody
say
shot.
something like that to me. And I have
Yeah.
this lisp. You can hear me going hard on my S's here. I've always had my list. I go, two reasons. One, I have a big tongue. Okay. Two, I don't know what the second one was actually. Uh, I just, I have my tongue. I've always had this lisp. And no matter how hard I try, even if I try to go into my deep
Yeah,
radio
I
voice,
have the big tongue too.
yep, yep. I'm not going to stick out my tongue, but uh, yeah, I got the big tongue, and then it's like they're yelling at me, "Oh, you're gay, this, that, and the other thing. You've got a lisp, and this, that." I go, a
Yeah.
lisp is what you are
Oh,
doing. Real
oh,
hard wishful thinking here. Do you really want me? Is that what you want here? Is this what's going on? Like, am I catching a vibe or something?
hey, why everybody was so
Why do you
concerned?
want
It's
me to
like,
be gay so
hey,
bad? I don't understand. Which is fine.
yeah, no, they just thought everybody,
Nothing
remember
against
my
that.
first
By
day?
why? But why
My
just?
first day at Yagi, this girl, I still remember, was gonna kick my ass because she thought I was looking at her. She did not realize that I wasn't wearing my glasses because I still hate wearing my glasses, so I was just staring off into space. I didn't see her. She's not my type.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was queer then anyway, but I certainly wasn't looking at her skanky ass.
before we
Oops,
get
sorry.
before we get into okay anyway before we get into the horror pitching of this, I'll leave you with this. One guy actually accused me of being gay for the stupidest reason ever, the dumbest reason you could think of.
Oh boy.
You're gay
What?
because you're too afraid to shower with the other guys. And I sat there and I thought to myself, that what? Because you're too afraid to shower with it's like I didn't
Ugh,
shower with the other
who
guys.
even wants to?
I
Yeah.
honestly I never did. I didn't shower with the other guys, but the main reason was because I
It-
always avoided doing anything at gym. I never felt the need to. It's like, why am I gonna go hop in the
Yeah.
shower? I sat on the fucking bench. I talked my way out of what you
Even
guys
when
were doing.
I don't anymore, but even when I would go to the Y, I would never shower there. I'm like, "I'll just
It's
shower
like
at
I
home."
don't like the idea
Ugh.
of communal showers. I like my
I don't
privacy,
want
you know? And
Yeah.
so I didn't
Yeah.
understand that, and I'm like, isn't it a little bit more gay to feel really comfortable showering communally with a bunch of men? I mean, that's what like every
Yeah, yeah,
male
yeah.
prison scene is about, isn't it?
What was I watching Oh, I was watching last month, I was watching Starship Troopers for the first time because I was working with, Mr. Casper Van Dien, and I had never seen it. No, but that just reminded me they were all the,
Yep.
hot
But that was like a
twenty-something-year-olds.
co-ed
They're all, like,
shower.
hanging out.
I,
Yeah, yeah, they're all just hanging out there,
not for nothing, throw
just
some
hanging
co-ed
out,
showers into the high school locker room and I'm there. I will be ignoring the
No,
guys
it
all day
was
long.
like, it just was no big deal to,
Right,
different
right.
societies. I mean, it just countries.
Like
It's like the European countries.
I,
We're all hung up on
in
you.
retrospect, it would have been good to just kind of say, look, if you want me to pay attention in the shower or really get excited about being in the shower with a bunch of people, you're telling me to go to the wrong locker room. I don't want to go to your locker room. Wrong
Yeah.
place, buddy.
Oh my
This provides
god.
me no
I can't believe they
entertainment.
had us. How are they a bunch of, teens showering?
Yeah, I mean, they had too many.
They still do
They have
that?
too many shower scenes in teen movies, like from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like
Yep. Yeah. Is there some way we could get a naked teen in this movie? Oh,
as a,
they have to
as adult
shower.
in
Great.
retrospect, you're sitting here going, these are all supposed to be people playing 15 and 16-year-olds, and we're watching them shower. How good am I supposed to feel about that?
I know. Well, I mean, at the time we were that age, but yeah, as if you think about like adults watching that now,
Well, like when I was a
it was
kid,
different times.
when I was back in the 80s, I wasn't even that age. Back in the 80s, I was like, let's see, 13 by the time 1990 hit around. So in the 80s, I was
Yeah.
coming into puberty, I guess. I had I had chicken
Stretch
fuzz on my
again.
face even when
Right.
I was in high school. Like I could not grow this back
Uh,
then. Back then I had just
yeah,
that wisp of hair that most people don't.
you were very very blonde anyway.
I was very blonde. I
Yeah.
had the long blonde hair. I was a stick figure at 155 pounds. Now I look like the thing that ate me back then. Uh, look, that's that thing over there that
And I
ate
was like,
Chris and
I was
wore his
so
skin, you
fat.
know?
My endocrinologist recently did not realize that kids back then you would get bullied for being overweight. I'm like, she wasn't from this country.
Right. So
And I'm like, yeah, it was the 80s. Of course they bullied. Any if you were different at all in any way, you know, it was yeah. So
to actually get to the point of what we're recording.
was there a
We had a
point?
point. We're going to actually talk about the horror movie pitch for both of these films. You know, you've got your notes. I've only got one note because I couldn't think of a way to turn this into I couldn't think of a way to turn Trains, Planes, and Automobiles into a horror film off the top of my head.
Oh, I did.
You did.
I
I
had a
would love to
brilliant
hear
idea.
that. My whole thought process went directly to Macaulay Culkin growing up to be an absolute sociopathic killer.
Oh
Well,
my
you're
god.
talking about a kid
Yeah.
who made some exception. If you watch any of those videos way back when about the doctors looking at these
Mm.
things that happened to Marv and oh god, now I'm gonna sit here. What are the guys' names?
I know,
Marv
I
and
always
what?
is it Harry?
Marv and Harry.
Harry.
Harry and Marv. Harv and Mary.
Har Harv.
Marv and
Harv
Harry.
and Marv.
Harv and Mary.
Marvin.
So, Marv and
That's
Harry.
the
That's the sequel, yes. I don't think
when
Marv and
Marv
Harry,
comes out as
in retros
so it'll
in retrospect, I think what we look at is I'll give you my pitch for Home Alone, and then you can give me your pitch for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then we'll kind of meet in the middle. So I think
okay.
with Home Alone, uh, Kevin McAllister was never right in the head after the first day. He was traumatized
Mm.
completely by having been left alone and having these
Oh
robbers and
yeah.
having to defend the house. And so something snapped in him back then, and he went through. He was making all sorts of traps, everything from the blowtorch to the heated. You had the heated doorknob. You had all the glass ornaments on the ground, the tar and the nails. You had ice, feathers.
It was very
He did so much to these guys that they should have been dead, and I think they did die.
Oh yeah.
I think they got killed.
Oh.
Parents found the bodies shortly
Mm.
after getting home and finding their son at home after having been home alone.
Oh.
This
Oh.
The sequel to Home Alone 2, where he gets basically lost in New York, I believe is
Left in
his parents finally getting him back from they basically gave him some antipsychotics. They had been through a bunch of therapy after this. He basically had to talk through. He didn't understand that he killed these guys. He thought they escaped or got taken away to jail. They didn't get taken away to jail. They got taken away in an ambulance and then later died from their injuries. The second movie sees him thinking that he sees Marv and Harry again, but it's two homeless people defending their home, and he ends up killing these people with the second set of traps in New York. I believe that I might have lost Fara momentarily. Dear, oh dear. So basically, I am going to wait to see if she pops back up. Might be just a moment, because I know that she was having some issues with her iPad doing this to begin with. So, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take a very quick break, and we'll go ahead and see if we can get Fara back, and we will continue to discuss Home Alone, potentially 6, the psychosis of Kevin McAllister. Do do you see that thing like over there? That's where the podcast dropped out. And now you're back. So that's good. Oh shit. All right. So you dropped out in the middle of me
I
like going on
know.
this whole
I swear
diatribe about sociopathic
interested. It wasn't me.
psychopathic Kevin McAllister. So the whole idea of making this into a horror movie sequel, for me anyway, was taking the obvious route, which is that he basically had a psychotic break. And so when we finally get to the New York sequel, his parents have picked him up from a psychiatric facility in New York.
Mm.
And then, all family attached and everything like that. They're going to have a day in New York. It's not that he's necessarily out of the psychiatric facility yet. He has just been given a day pass because he has been improving. He is on meds. And so they accidentally lose him again. Gets a lot, or they leave him behind at the plaza or whatever.
Jeez. Just
And
leave
he
your mental
decides to go on the wall.
holds,
Yes.
as you do.
Which, because of the trauma of the previous event, puts him back in a psychotic state. And
Yeah.
he sees Harry and Marv once again.
Yeah.
However,
They're dead.
they are dead.
Yeah.
What he is hallucinating are that two homeless men
Oh God.
are Harry and Marv. And so you're going to go, you get these little flashbacks of
Yeah.
him Basically, this is how you get caught up on the story: is you see the original where you actually Harry and Marv were dead from the original film, and then you see this next setup where basically he was supposed to be home alone in New York, and he thinks that he's defending himself against Harry and Marv again,
Oh god.
but what it is he's accidentally brutalizing two homeless men that are
Oh
basically just wondering why this kid is invading their home.
no.
So at this point, by the
Wow.
time we get to the third film or the third installment, we're going to ignore Home Sweet Home Alone, which is fair. Ignore that movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and basically, you get to the third movie, and he is still in a psychiatric facility. So he has killed 4 people, but he is
Oh
definitely
jeez.
not sane. So after
Whoa.
trial, he was found guilty by reason of insanity. And he is put in a basically almost lifelong sentence in a psychiatric facility, which is a
God.
maximum security kind of thing. And he manages to spend all this time. You go through a montage of him kind of listening to the doctor and doing things and going through taking his meds, and then you see he's spitting his meds somewhere else and he's not taking the meds.
Oh
You
boy.
know, he's finding crafty ways of disposing of the medication while not necessarily doing what he's supposed to. And I think we can have Macaulay Culkin back for this film.
Yeah.
I think it's fair enough. But every once in a while, like out of the corner of his eyes, he'll see like an orderly pass by or another patient, and you'll see an older version of Harvey or an older version of Marv just pass by, and he shakes it off, and he's trying to
So
figure
in
out how
the
to control
so in the
himself.
second and third one, is he like the same age or is it like a flash forward to he's an adult now?
So in the first and I was gonna say the first and second one, I'm not we're ignoring what technically would have been the third movie in that sequence.
So
This would
yeah.
be the third
Yeah.
movie that we're talking
Yeah.
about. And this is a hard R film. Like I'm saying, this
Oh
guy
yeah.
is he's gonna make some Saw type traps in this film.
So just
Just
up a level, just
well,
yeah. Yeah.
the first half of our film revolves around him basically him escaping from the psychiatric facility via a series of elaborate Rube Goldberg traps that he makes to take out the orderlies and
Oh
the
my
people that are supposed
yeah.
to be keeping him there.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he finally breaks out of the facility, and he goes to find home. And he remembers where home used to be, but when he gets home, his family no longer lives there. His family has long since kind of
So there's
left
another
him at the
family.
facility. Mom,
Guess how that
yeah,
goes.
another.
Another
Yep, we
family.
know how that goes, but that's going to be a short. So you remember how they were saying, like, basically that old man on the street with the shovel was like a family annihilator, and then
Yeah.
Buzz was basically making up a thing about him like killing all sorts of people in
Yeah.
town and then just hiding out there.
Yeah.
Essentially, Kevin becomes what that old man
Becomes the
was
old man,
supposed to have been.
and then flash forward, and he's out there with the shovel, you know, and the kids are
Right?
talking about
But I feel like this whole thing happens in the snow, and the next thing you know is that you see him with the canister, the same jacket, the canister, and the shovel, just shoveling salt and snow on top of these people in their backyard, and
oh
then
my god.
moving on to
Oh,
go
that'd be
find his actual parents. Uh, and Catherine, I
I
want to
love
say,
it.
in this film, Catherine O'Hara, her character is no longer alive. She basically kind
Mm.
of died of being brokenhearted about what happened with her son.
Oh
We're gonna
my.
go
Real dark.
real dark here.
Yeah.
The father, and creepy Uncle Frank still live together,
Oh god. Frank
and
the
this
freeloader.
and Frank the freeloader,
Oh,
right?
I hated him. Oh,
And
yeah.
this is
I only have traveler's checks. Yeah,
right.
okay.
This is where he basically has his final psychotic break, and Frank and his father have to defend their home against Kevin McAllister, thinking he's
Oh
defending
god.
his home once again against older versions of Harvey and Marv. Because, like, basically most males to him, every time he sees a guy, it
Yeah.
looks basically like Harvey or Marv to him in some way or another, you know. So, like, he'll see his dad, and he's like, no, it's like imposter syndrome almost to
Yeah.
the extreme.
Wow.
So it's basically a battle of wits, because this is where he got that to begin with. He got it from his dad, who has been medicated all of his life
Oh, really?
against
Dad
this
was
kind
so
of
uh,
psychosis.
you would not expect. That's
Nope,
what
he
did the
didn't even
dad
tell
even
his
do
own
before?
family.
Why were they so rich? Like, what, that
I
house?
I believe that it
Did
wasn't them that was rich. I think it was the one of the older family members that was treating them all to.
Well, yeah, the Paris thing, but their house.
Oh yeah, that whole
Like,
neighborhood. If you look where that house actually is in real life,
yeah,
that whole neighborhood is ultra wealthy.
God.
So
So I always
yeah,
wondered what the heck did the family do? Or
so
the dad? 'Cause
my
they had many children.
oh yeah, they had quite a few.
Many. Anything over 2 is many to me.
Well, I mean, I think some of those children belonged to the uncle and the aunt too.
Yeah,
So there
I
was
I think they had 4 or 5, I can't remember.
there was too many
But yeah,
people and
yeah,
children in that house to begin with.
yeah. But
So
there
that's
was,
my
yeah,
whole
was I think the uncle in Paris paid for. But that house, oh my god. Ugh,
that's my whole
let me
pitch on
clean up.
how to repopulate this with some of the actors from the same film, and then basically have him go psychotic. Just
Yeah.
sort of a psychotic break. That's how I feel like it really should have happened. It shouldn't have been as cutesy, because that kid did some serious
Oh, yeah.
damage to those people.
Yeah. I wonder how many kids, tried that at home. Don't try this at home, children, you know?
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we can't have John Hurd back for this film. The dad can't come back for this film
Oh, did he pass?
in 2017.
Oh, he
So,
looked young. I mean, of course,
unfortunately,
that
we
was
can't have.
years.
I'm looking now because I want to see
Mm,
if my other actor. If I have to like recast these people, I'm going to be
I'm
upset.
so Catherine O'Hara.
Uh,
But you
go well.
killed her.
Creepy Uncle Frank is still alive.
Oh god.
I just want him to utter his famous line. I want him to like get injured at some
Oh
point
yeah.
during this melee, and have him go, "Look what you did, you big old jerk."
Yeah. Was it big old jerk? Is that what he
Well, no,
called him?
it was little jerk
Something
back
big
then, but
old jerk.
he's not little anymore. So uh, maybe he finds Frank and cousin Jeff or something. I don't know. Now is it cousin
Oh, you
Jeff or
gotta have
brother
Fuller.
Jeff?
Maybe you
Could
have
be
Fuller up
Fuller.
in the you know?
Fuller still lives at home with him. He's got this
Yeah.
proclivity he's like, I like to be peed on, something to that
Oh my
nature.
god.
Because he was very proud of the pee back then, too. You could see on his face.
Oh,
He was like, I'm
wow.
drinking all this because I know I'm going to pee on people. I liked peeing on people when I was younger. Now I like when they pee on me. It's let it rain, golden showers, golden
Oh my
showers.
oh no.
I mean, Fuller
Oh,
was definitely more than willing to pee on people. I mean,
yeah. Oh my god. It was a Fuller house.
Fuller, no.
Fuller. No, Full. Don't you remember?
Yes, I
Full
remember
House.
Fuller House, but
No,
no.
the Full House came out with a sequel.
I
Yeah.
know. I've
It
watched
was
all
it was
wasn't as good.
it's horrible. Huh?
It wasn't as good.
No, definitely. They never
No.
are.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your planes, trains, and automobiles idea?
Oh, I can't give you my Home Alone idea?
Oh, okay, you can give me both, because I had no planes, trains, and automobiles prepared.
Well, Home Alone, I didn't really think out like you did, but, I'm obsessed with Terrifier, but I'll never watch it more than once. But I kind of have wanted to this Christmas. I kind of, the second one,
Okay.
So I could just see Kevin taking on and then then Art shows up, Art the clown, and just I didn't really wanna go into too much, I didn't go into too much of it, but I think that would be fun.
You said Kevin Bacon.
No. What?
I think you said Kevin Bacon instead of Kevin McAllister.
I didn't say McAllister, did I? What did I say?
No, I
I don't
thought
know why I didn't.
and mind you, I have ADHD, so you might have said something completely different, and I
I
heard
think
Kevin Bacon.
I don't know what I said. I don't think I said McAllister or Bacon. Jeez.
Uh, so
No.
so you're
Um,
picturing Kevin McAllister versus Art the Clown in like a
yeah.
Terrifier Christmas sequel?
I mean, have you've seen them, right?
Ooh,
The Terrifier.
Terrifier alone.
Yes. But I mean, I just kept thinking of with the little brother in the second one. I just kept thinking of Kevin McAllister, 'cause, like, especially there's one point where Art bites his fingers, and I thought of that when Harry went to go bite his fingers.
Art the Clown versus all the kids from the original Home Alone movie.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Buzz has
Who would
got to
be the
go
last one?
first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh my god, that would be fun.
Little
Oh, Lord.
little side note about Buzz. You remember the scene where Kevin basically collapses his entire cabinet, and just before picking
Yeah.
up the cash off the floor, he sees a
Yeah.
picture of Buzz's
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
That wasn't an actual girl. That was the son of one of the people on set who just put the
Oh,
wig on their son because John Hughes didn't want to hurt, or not John Hughes,
yeah.
Christopher Columbus did not
Yeah.
want to hurt the feelings of any little girl.
Good. Yeah. No, I like that.
So
Yeah.
instead, put your son, put somebody's son in a wig
Put
and
a
hurt
wig.
their feelings. You'd make a
Oh,
horrible girl. Woof.
oh my god. God. Oh, that's still pretty bad. Nowadays, they would've just AI'd it.
Yeah, probably.
Is that could I s AI'd? Is that a verb now? I just
I
made it a verb.
I AI'd that thing. I guess you could AI something. I mean,
AI'd it.
what'd you do? How'd you get that picture? I AI'd the fucking thing.
Oh.
All
But
right.
anyway, I like my planes, trains, and automobiles one better.
Okay. A little bit
Um,
more elaborate.
maybe not elaborate, but just a little idea that, it's we're going along, oh gosh, what's John Candy's, character's
Del
name?
Griffith.
Yes, Dell. He's going along.
Del.
He's a traveling salesman. You think he's you know, just a nice guy, but then it is revealed that he's a serial killer.
Hmm.
And then the big reveal is that Steve Martin's character is also a serial killer. And at first they battle each other. Maybe they're trying to kill each other. And then in the end they team up and they go on a killing spree together. It's
Ah.
a buddy comedy of a horror buddy comedy.
Yeah.
It's a new
Okay. Okay.
genre. I just
See,
made it
because
up.
I went like the other route in my head just a little bit, but I didn't flesh it out. Like
What's up?
the sequel to the film, so he basically invites this guy home to have Thanksgiving with him. What happens
Yeah.
if Del Griffith gets an unnatural attachment to Neil?
Oh yeah. Well, I can see that.
And so he doesn't want to leave now because for the first time in his life, he has somebody he feels that he cares about. I've spent so much time on the road with you. I had my hand between your ass cheeks. I really feel like we have a
That's not a
connection.
pillow.
Those aren't pillows.
Those are pillows.
Oh,
Do you
oh, oh.
off top? But I still almost every time I see shower curtain hooks, I'm like Del Griffith.
You're off center again. Lean. Yeah,
Gotta keep
I
it.
know that yeah, you keep leaning one way or the other. I think the tendency is to
No,
like lean on the armchair,
I'm so queer. I can't be straight. I can't.
apparently. Um,
Like I can't even walk straight.
so I feel like Dell finds a place in Neil's home, and at first he's like, "Well, I've got no place to go." It's like I go back home, and I'm just reminded of my wife. It's like, "Can I stay here for a little while?" And
Mm.
he convinces him to let him stay for a little while, and then a little while becomes a little bit too long, and then it kind of gets into an uncomfortable, almost like a Cable Guy situation,
Oh god, that was horrible.
which is
I hate.
that's horrible, but only because it wasn't a great character. I think that John Candy, with the way that he could bring a human quality to almost any character, could
Mm,
kind of ground that kind of slow descent into codependent madness
yeah,
a little bit more. They could give it a little bit more heart, even though it's going to go the other way.
yeah.
I like your serial killer versus serial killer idea, though. That's actually kind of a fun idea to
Right?
think of them as
Let's
serial killers.
write. Now we gotta write it.
That's what's been in the bottom of that trunk I've been helping you move. That's why it was so
God,
heavy.
right, the heads.
It's the
Remember that
heads.
movie? What, Heads in a duffel bag?
Joe
Was it Eight
Pesci.
Heads?
8 heads in a duffel
Yeah,
bag.
I remember that. Oh my god. Wow. Because I'm not good at, remembering that
But it's
stuff,
not
but
heads. It's just all the ears of the people that he killed. That's a lot of
oh, I
ears
was
for it to
thinking,
be
like,
so heavy, man.
I was trying to cast it. Just some ones I had written down. I think I've been watching I've been binging Malcolm in the Middle because they were having a reunion next year. So I just was thinking Bryan Cranston, just obviously in like Steve Martin's um role. Um I don't even remember which role which one. I have Dan Levy and Bryan Cranston.
So you were
I don't
trying
know
to
which.
find a new Neil Page?
Yeah, yeah. Both of them, yeah.
I'm
I don't
trying to think about if there's any other lovable large guys that could take on the
they
John Candy
never.
role now.
Yeah.
They never
Like,
last. I know. I know.
yeah, that's the problem.
I'm just.
No!
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He's trying to go over the tree.
Ah, fun.
Hasn't knocked over the tree in a month. We've had 2 trees up for a month. He waits until you're on a podcast.
And then makes you
Okay,
yell.
okay.
Okay. So let's say Bryan Cranston stepping into the Neil Page role. The kind of
Sure.
lovable, okay, the
Yeah.
lovable but grumpy, husband, family man. And for John Candy's role, I can't, I'm just trying to think of a couple of guys off the top of my head.
Dan Levy or Bryan Cranston for both of Neil's, because I couldn't come up with one for that could fill John Candy's shoes. I mean,
What,
how
honestly,
how
why not have, and this is just me, but why not have Dan Levy? Because it has kind of that, like, skit comedy legacy behind him, or even
yeah,
Eugene, really.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh, did
sure.
I put Dan? Yeah, Dan Levy. I was thinking Eugene. No, no,
Dan
yeah.
Levy's the
Oh
son.
God, 2 of them together, the father and son.
I mean, you could definitely have like Eugene Levy with Dan as his actual son in the film.
Oh,
The
well,
little
yeah.
kid grown up.
Uh,
But I'm trying to.
what are ones?
There's not a lot of people that I could think of that could pull off that kind of heart outside of oh God, what is his name? No, I was thinking not Artie Lang. Artie Lang
Eh,
is good. He's funny, but he's not like a heartfelt funny. I've never seen him do anything that would like that give you a little bit of heart.
yeah.
What now my brain is I'm gonna be pissed off when I see this. Oh, what
How
about
about Gabriel Iglesias?
Gabriel
Fluffy.
Iglesias? What about John Goodman?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
John
He's getting up.
Goodman being sort of the Del, he is getting up there, kind of being the Del Griffith. Now I'm gonna look up something because no, that's not what I meant to say. I'm looking up something in Google because I had a guy's name in my head. Oh, that's who I'm thinking of. What about either John Favreau
No.
or Kevin
I
James?
don't know. Nah. Kevin James is overrated.
You sure?
And- Yeah. I don't know. I used to like him in King of the Queens, King of Queens. But I don't know. Kind of soured on him.
Kind of soured on him a little bit.
I don't remember why. Or just, you know.
I'm trying to think of some people like right off the top of my head. There's some people that,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's some people that would fit a little better than others. James Corden wouldn't really work. You could no
Credit.
Randy Quaid doesn't even really look good for the role anymore. He's in his 70s.
No, oh, yeah,
I'm trying
no.
to think of actors that could pull off something that has sort of a heartstring pull, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head because honestly, not for nothing, actors right now tend to be deeply typecast. Like they fall
Yeah,
into roles now
yeah.
and there's very little versatility to them. And a lot of times that versatility seems actually, I've got one. Now I've got one a little bit. He needs to put on a little bit of weight. He needs to go.
Okay.
But what about Vince Vaughn?
Eh,
He's a big
I used to
guy.
be a big Bond fan. I used to, yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
big guy. He can do the whole pulling of the heartstrings
Yeah,
thing. He
he's a
just
fast talker too, you know?
he needs to put the kind of energy that he put into Brawl on Cell Block 99, though. Like he put in some
Oh, never
serious
heard of that.
energy for that role.
Oh,
Have you not seen
I've never
that?
heard of No.
Oh, oh, I recommend that film only because the brutality of the film and his dedication to playing this reformed Nazi character in that film
Oh,
really really kind of surprised me. Like I did
wow.
not know that he had that kind of depth.
Heard Wow.
Uh Only one other
Good, good.
actor that I can think of that has the ability to pull heartstrings, and he's been in quite a few things, but he kind of falls into a lot of obscure roles. Might be a perfect breakout for him. Eric Stone Street.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I think that
yeah,
might be a good. He's a good comedic actor, but he also has the ability to kind of pull heartstrings. I just don't think that he's had the best dramatic roles presented to him,
yeah.
and I think maybe he could pull off the
Yeah.
Del Griffith role.
I'll probably remember right after we get off here. I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, that so and so, he would be perfect." But yeah, I just
You
yeah,
can't
I
think
mean,
of
you it's a
anybody?
tough act to follow, you know? The
We
there
could
will never be another John Candy.
no. That I mean, asking
No.
anybody to step into the shoes of a formerly John Candy led role is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you would have to immerse yourself, and I don't think a lot of people. I haven't seen a lot of people that have that kind of versatility right now. They all are very
Yeah.
heavily typecast.
Well, the Home Alone, I just wrote down a bunch of names. I don't I don't know if you
Just
wanna
wrote
hear
down.
any of those. I don't even
Sure,
remember
go
what I
ahead.
was thinking. Well, for Kevin, being a big Stranger Things fan, the new kid, dipshit Derek,
Okay,
so talented. Now I could see him in 30 years being a John Candy, you
okay,
know, funny kid. Jake Connolly, his name is.
okay.
Um, for Marv, I had Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey. I don't know what I was.
Adderans. Wait, hold on. So one of
No,
them
no,
would
no.
be Marv. Adam.
Either one. These are the options. I don't know.
I could
Carrie
almost see
wanted
Jim Carrey kind of being a Marv-esque character, taking glee and flooding people's homes after robbing them. I could almost see
yeah,
that.
yeah, the Wet Bandits, was it?
Wet Bandit.
Y
Who would be
yeah.
Harry,
Uh,
though?
Harry, I have either Robert De Niro or Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Want some
Oh.
tough.
No, because you
Yeah.
need somebody who is almost comedically too sure of himself. You need the kind.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I know that we're kind of it's a push to think of replacing Joe Pesci with this guy, but if there's
Oh.
anybody right now that is acting that is always in a movie where he always seems comedically too sure of himself, it's always Kevin Hart.
Oh my god,
Kevin
yes.
Hart,
Uh,
yeah, Kevin
well,
Hart
then
is
you'd have to have The Rock with him, I mean,
no, no, no.
maybe not. No, you just come up with a different role for him.
Kevin Hart across the
'Cause
way
yeah.
from like a heavily like bearded uh Jim Carrey working together, that would be entertaining.
That might be too much. I think they try to one up each other too much, and it would be overkill.
Oh,
You
that's the
can't
thing.
have 2 because you gotta have one straight, like,
So
you
Joe
know.
Pesci and Daniel Stern, when they did this film, they thought this film was going to go nowhere fast. And so
Yep.
they decided reason why they ended up being, because you have to do those roles the way that Pesci and Daniel Stern did them, which was
Yeah.
absolutely over the top. And if you're going to get
Yeah.
two guys that are going to go absolutely over the top for a movie, hey, do me a favor, Kevin Hart, Jim Carrey, take the brakes off, go for it. If
What
there's
about
two
Jack Black?
guys,
What about Jack Black? What about Jack
Jack
Black and
Black
Planes,
and
Trains,
Jim
and
Carrey next to each other, I could
No, but
see
what
that.
about automobiles? Jack Black.
Jack Black with the wheels off.
Right?
Do you
Oh
want
my
him?
god, I'm obsessed with Jack Black.
I mean, Jack Black has the stature for it too. I think that he's shorter than Jim Carrey, so you want somebody that has almost the
Yeah,
stature of a Joe Pesci.
exactly. Oh
I
my
don't think you're gonna get like
god. Oh, wow.
you're not gonna get
We'll
that
say that.
disgruntled Italian mobster from either of them.
For Kate, the mom, I had written down Winona Ryder or Julie Bowen.
Uh,
No, I don't
no,
know.
I
I
don't
don't know
like.
what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like. I don't like Winona Ryder for that junior. Julie Bowen, I kind of see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I was thinking of, like, frazzled mom, because I was just thinking of, Joyce on
This
Stranger Things. I was, and Julie Bowen was always on Modern Family, was always like,
sadly, there's not a lot of
"What's
people
going
that can
on?"
pull that Catherine O'Hara energy.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of
yeah,
people that can pull that energy.
no.
So you got to think of, oh, what is her name? This I keep doing that. The what is her name thing. There is
Oh, that's me all.
somebody off the top of my head, and the first person that Allison Janney, as like she played.
Oh my god, love her.
I think
Yes,
she would
yes.
be the perfect mom. Just absolutely frazzled, especially
Not
after her.
uh, not age-wise. Oh, she wouldn't fit.
She could fit.
She's in her 60s or 70s now.
Is she? Is she?
Yeah, she's gotta be in her 70s. Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
she
know.
looks fat.
Yeah, I guess she. I guess she is kind of.
Ugh,
Uh, okay.
probably
Maybe a few years ago, Allison Janney could have done that.
yeah.
Because that was the first thought in my head.
Y
Okay,
yeah.
somebody who could do frazzled and panicked almost as well. What about her counterpart, her daughter from that TV show Mom, Anna Faris?
Oh, Ferris, yes. Yeah. Oh, do you remember in the Scary Movies?
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I think Anna
Oh,
Faris could
she
pull
was
that
a
off with
riot.
no problem.
Yeah, good. Okay, good, we cast it, we're good.
We
Okay.
got it. We didn't cast the
Let's
dad.
call their people.
Who's going to be the dad?
I didn't even think about the dad because he's that inconsequential.
You just call a
What did the
John
dad
Hurd
do?
character inconsequential. Wow.
The dad,
Oh.
what did the dad do? Like,
Did
"Oh, it's okay.
you,
We
wait a
didn't
minute.
forget anything." Felt
My
like that.
my new fishing hooks? You made those with my new fishing hooks? The Christmas
Well, I
ornaments.
didn't mind fried the ones with the dried guts on.
Can't use the used ones with the dried guts.
Oh my
Uh, and once again, I'm
yeah.
plucking from the mom
He
pool. What
was
about
he was,
Rainn Wilson?
uh, he was too laid back. He's like, "Oh, whatever."
What about Rainn Wilson?
Yeah, I could see that. I do love Rainn Wilson. There's a lot of actors that could do that
Well, yes,
role, I
but you're
think.
asking for an inconsequential character that could fade into the background and do nothing. So,
Yeah, yeah.
because
I
the
mean,
focus
but
is really
really,
on the mom and Kevin.
yeah. He was just the counterbalance of, she's, "Ah!" And, he's just, well, like at the end, "Well, we just took the morning flight that you didn't wanna wait for,"
It's
you
like
know? And that's like me. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna run there," and he's like, "Well, we'll take the
everybody
early one."
got there at the same time. If he has just
I know.
left with us, Everything would have been fine, but
It's just
no.
the truck with the polka kings and just oh,
But then she wouldn't
yeah,
have gotten to
I
have
heard
those heartfelt
me that
conversations,
he filmed that in, like, one day that his part there, um, for Home Alone,
right?
you know,
And we'll remember
polka
it forever.
yeah.
Oh, can you
No!
tell it's close to my bedtime too? No,
No, no.
I'm just exhausted.
Yeah,
My 9 to 5 job kills me, and then I come home exhausted, and then
I
I
don't
sit
even have
here.
excuses.
This
I sit around nothing.
this is why I prefer to do podcast episodes in the daylight, not at 7 o'clock at night, because my brain is shut the fuck off at this time of night. So can barely keep my eyes
Yeah,
open. Oh, really? Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
I never know when my brain's gonna be functioning, so it's just like a crapshoot. Let's see how it goes.
Now, here's even
Yeah.
better. Let's take my movie and mash it up with your movie. Okay?
Which
Play
one?
Planes and Trains and Home Alone, right? Mash them together. We have Kevin McAllister having grown up, psychotic, escaped from the loony bin, killed all of the people that are keeping him in. All right, in an elaborate set of almost Saw-like bloody, Rube Goldberg traps, escapes
Yeah.
and runs across Dell and Neil, the
Oh my
dueling
god.
serial killers.
The serial ki yes. And then oh my god, that would be
And now
perfect. That's
you
all
have
3 of
Dell
them.
and Neil having to team up to fight off the
So now is
psychotic
Kevin
Kevin
an
McAllister.
or is he still a kid? How old's Kevin? I
Uh
think it'd be
let's
funny if yeah.
let's make if we and mind you, like we could make it at around the same time that John Candy would have still been alive, and put Kevin McAllister at a between 14 and 16 years old, like a teenager, a disgruntled sociopathic teenager. Psychopathic
Are they
sociopathic
across
teenager.
the country? Are they in New York City? Doesn't really matter, but
They've joined
I can
teams.
see a
It's
road
a
trip.
killing spree across country until they
Yeah,
they rest at the
I like
plaza in New York,
then they kill somebody
where
there.
Kevin McAllister is coming back to take out the concierge that pissed him off so badly and
Oh,
ended up turning him into the
oh,
police.
oh, what wasn't that,
That was Tim Curry.
yeah, oh, yeah, okay, we still have Tim Curry, but he's just not
We still
acting.
have Tim Curry, but
Yeah.
we're not going to put him through that.
I don't know why my
We're
brain went to, Alan Rickman, because they're both
right.
such iconic actors that sometimes I mix them up,
Because you wanted
but
to see Alan
yeah.
Rickman dress up as Dr. Frankenfurter, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
possibly. You know,
Well, Morgan's
what
got
about?
the can you see the poster?
Oh, I can see the. I saw that when you first
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror. Um,
Oh, yeah. I've raised him well.
I'd say the new concierge is now Anthony Head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
So we,
Yeah.
we basically have a showdown in the Plaza Motel with Anthony Head basically at the center, trying to defend off all three of these people and get some sort of police presence back to uh get basically get some sort of police
Yeah.
presence there. And
Oh,
lo and
yeah, yeah.
behold, who shows up? Come on, another Christmas movie. One more Christmas movie just to throw it into the mix. Come on. You know the
Elf?
guy that huh?
Elf. Elf will
Alf?
show up.
Alf?
Elf.
No,
Will Ferrell.
no. Come on, it's another 80s/90s
Oh, it's
Christmas
80s.
movie. Come on.
Gotta
John
be Gremlins.
McClane.
They oh, of
Bruce Willis,
course.
John
Yeah.
McClane. Come
Of
on.
course. Yeah. No, but can we have Gizmo just, like, make a little cameo? He's you know.
A Good Day to Die Hard, Home Alone on Planes and Trains. Just this whole spoof.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. You get John McClane Al Powell, Reginald Vell Johnson, just teaming up to
Yeah,
take out these guys.
he's still around. He's got to be still around,
Reginald
right?
Vell Johnson? Yeah, I
We
think
need
he's
to bring
still
back all
around.
the 80s shows. They're bringing back all the 90s
Uh,
shows. Let's bring back some 80s shows.
I think he
You
was still
know?
doing the Die Hard thing up until 2008. He was still playing Al in those movies.
Wow. Oh,
So,
wow. Oh. Oh, my
so
God.
yeah, and now it's Grandpa Al, but it's still Al. He's still around. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's about as old as Allison Janney. So,
We're all getting old.
all right.
Are
Well,
we almost wrapping up?
oh yeah, we're wrapping up right now. I was about
We
to
wrap-
do that. You're like, are we almost wrapping up? Yeah, sure. I was about to start that. You called me out as
He
I was
wants to
about to
say
open my mouth. Oh, Santa Pussy.
hi.
Hi. Anyway,
Say it's a yeah, sorry. He just had to
so,
say hi.
all right. All right. All right. Gratuitous pussy shot. I
Uh,
see. I see.
I know. I know.
We're
Sorry.
not doing the basic instinct thing. Put your pussy away.
Oh, no, don't. Stop.
All right. So, thank you again for joining us for another Christmas. I think this is 3 years in a row that we've done Christmas movies with you of some sort, if I'm not mistaken.
Last year? I
Were
don't think
you not?
what did you do last year?
Did we not
We
do
did
Elf last
Elf the
year?
year.
We did Elf the year
That was
before.
the
I
year before,
could
I
have
think, wasn't
sworn
it?
you did a Christmas movie with us last year. I'll have to go look it up.
Wow.
I could have sworn it was 3
I don't,
years in a row that I had you on
yeah.
scene for a Christmas film.
Well,
We'll
I'm always
see. I
around at
could be
Christmas.
wrong.
Yeah.
Christmas movies are always fun to do. But outside, without any other words that I can really say about it, thank you for joining us again here today. We'll have you on for some more stuff, hopefully with a few extra people involved, because I always find it tough to do a one-on-one thing. I like to have more voices. I would have loved to have heard like 6 or 7 other people give their takes on what they think a horror movie based
Oh,
off
yeah.
of these two things would have been.
There's a lot of pressure for me. I'm like, "Ah, I didn't plan enough."
Under
You
pressure.
need more people.
A little bit of David Bowie.
Yeah.
You can find our
I don't know what I'm
podcast on YouTube, Spotify. We are on Facebook. We're out in the Twitterverse, which is now the Xverse, I guess. So you can't tweet us anymore, but you can definitely send us your excretions. And
Ew.
well, that's what you do over there. I mean, what is the X version of tweeting? It's got to be an
I don't know.
excretion.
You
You
still
know,
tweet, though, don't
send me an
I think I
excrement.
still tweet.
Excrement me out.
I
I
never
don't know.
never liked it. I certainly don't like
No.
X.
No,
I don't like
no.
any of my
Well, honestly, I like
Yeah.
them all. I don't care who's running the thing. I try to ignore all the extra because there's bots everywhere now.
No, I never got
All
into
sorts of
it.
people
It's on
rage baiting.
Facebook.
It's like
I don't even
you've
use
got your
Instagram that much.
no. I use
I
it
got
all.
my old lady I got the old lady Facebook.
I'm using too much social media for the mental health of my entire family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm the
Mhm.
please put your phone down now and pay attention to your family dad guy.
Right?
So
Oh, it's bad.
but on behalf of myself and Farah here, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Usually you say it at the beginning of the podcast, so they do that because most people don't make it 2 hours into one of our podcasts. So,
Oh my God.
and if you are one of our
It's
listeners,
bedtime.
thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting this on. And as Must Be is so fond of saying, and because I forgot what I actually wanted to say because it was 3 podcasts ago and I didn't fucking write it down and I didn't bother listening to the podcast. Drink some water, you thirsty bitches. I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is. We've gotten to
Yeah.
drink some water, you thirsty bitches, and I need to take my own advice because my throat is sore from too much talking. And yeah, okay, bye.
Bye.